Welcome everyone to our movement and mindfulness class. Just beginning to settle into your space on your mat, in your home. Just relaxing your body. Allow yourself to hear the sounds around you. The familiar sounds of your home. Beginning to hear and listen to the moments of quiet between the sounds. Drawing your awareness to your body and how it feels on the mat today. With love, gently scanning the body, seeing where you're at. Bringing this awareness next to your breath, feeling the belly rise and fall. Without changing anything, just bringing gentle awareness and mindfulness. Beginning to deepen that breath, feel the belly rise, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Big sigh, inhale through the nose, take a cleansing breath, sigh it out. One more like that, inhale. Softly let the breath just fall out of your mouth. Drawing your knees in towards your chest. Just give yourself a hug, wrapping your arms around the fronts of your legs or the backs of your thighs. Gently rocking side to side. Notice how this feels on your lower back. Then grabbing hold of just the right leg, extend your left leg out long, or keep it bent if that's better for you. Just playing with drawing it out wider, closer to center, maybe drawing circles. Continuing with those deep belly breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose. Crossing that knee over the body, just come into a gentle spinal twist, letting the knee come towards the earth. Maybe your arms float out beside you onto the ground, and take your gaze the opposite direction of the knees. Deep belly breaths, noticing how this feels for you today. Coming back up through center. Draw the right leg back down and the left knee in towards you. Again, playing with bringing the knee out wide or closer to center. Drawing the knee in towards your shoulder and your chest. And crossing the knee over the center line of the body, draw it over towards the right. Again, the arms can float out beside you, and take your gaze the opposite direction of the knee. Breathing into any tension that's being revealed to you. Gently drawing yourself back up through center, keeping your knees bent on the mat. Just bring yourself up onto your elbows. And just begin to roll the shoulders back. If it feels okay on your neck, you can let your head fall back, let your head be heavy, and alternate between going between the right and the left elbows, rolling into the shoulders, drawing the chest up towards the sky. And then as you feel ready, just push yourself all the way up to a seated position, sitting nice and tall. Bringing the hands to the tops of the thighs. Draw the crown of the head towards the sky. Just take a nice breath here. Inhaling from the base of the spine up towards the crown of the head. And as you exhale, imagine that breath floating all the way back down into the pelvis, into the earth. As your eyes close, just begin to draw circles with your chest towards the left thigh, through center, over the right thigh and back. Your circles can be as small or as big as you like. Try to let your head be heavy, rolling into the neck. Beginning to move the opposite direction. Just enjoying the freedom of being in your own home and moving exactly as your body would like to. Coming back up, sitting nice and tall, roll the shoulders back. And on your inhale, interlace your fingers and bring them just behind the head, cradling your head into your palms, letting the elbows just fall out away from each other, resting the head into the palms. Inhale here, broadening the chest. And exhale to curl into yourself. Elbows come towards each other, really exaggerating this pose. Inhale to open those elbows, draw yourself nice and tall. Exhale to round into yourself. Inhale in to come all the way up. And exhale to curl. Last time, inhale to rise. Exhale to round. Inhale to rise. And just coming over towards the right, keep the elbows nice and wide and breathe into that left side body. Inhale through center and exhale all the way over to the left. Inhale through center. One more time each side, moving with your own breath. Trying to bring breath between every single rib. Back up to center. Just bring your hands to your heart. We're going to do a brain-heart coherence exercise that just helps to bring all the systems online, especially the brain and the heart, to allow everything to function with harmony in a synchronized, calm manner. So just sitting nice and tall, allow your eyes to be heavy. And draw your awareness to the physical space around your heart. Feeling the cavity beneath the ribs. Feeling the pulse of your heart. Feeling the rhythm. And then into that space, visualize your breath flowing to fill the space as you inhale. Flowing out to the rest of your body as you exhale. Feeling into this space in your body. Beginning to cultivate any positive feeling that arises for you today. Maybe that's a feeling of gratitude, a feeling of love, of contentment maybe is enough. Bringing to mind a person, a memory, anything that brings you that positive feeling. As you begin to think of that person, that place in time, that memory, just begin to rub your hands together. Letting this feeling of gratitude or love or contentment, appreciation, allowing it to build as you begin to rub the palms faster and faster. Breathing here, rubbing the palms. Big inhale and exhale, bring the palms to your heart and allow that feeling to overpour. Allow it to wash over you. And allow yourself to listen to what is waiting for you in that place in your heart. Maybe it's an inner knowing. Maybe it's just a feeling with no words to it. Maybe it's an intention for this class. That's a word or a statement. Bringing our awareness to our hearts today, opening into the chest physically and the heart energetically. I invite you to hold space for yourself for the next 60 minutes. Hold space with love and compassion to whatever arises for you today, to your body and whatever it's able to do for you today. And listening to the truth, to the seeds of truth in your heart. Taking one nice inhale. Exhale, side out. Beautiful. Coming forward into your tabletop position. Just begin to find some gentle movement. Inhaling into your cat-cow. Draw your chest forward. Let your belly fall. Lift into the tailbone. Exhale to press the mat away from you, rounding into the spine. Let the head be heavy. Inhale to come forward. Exhale to round. Inhale, come forward. Exhale to round. Moving with your own breath. Begin to again find some free movement. Maybe wiggling the hips side to side. Taking your gaze over each hip. Maybe you're drawing figure eights with the hips and the shoulders. Coming back to a neutral spine as you feel ready, we'll begin to warm up into the core. So on your inhale, reach your right fingertips forward and your left heel back. You might like to stay here, nice long line, really strong, or inhale here and exhale to round, bringing your elbow to your knee. Inhale to extend or stay extended. Exhale to round, elbow to knee. One more time, inhale, extend, strong through the core. Exhale, belly button in, knee towards elbow. Inhale, extend, staying here in a nice long line, or bending into the back leg and reaching back for the pinky toe side of the foot. Press the top of the foot into the palm and open the chest, reaching it forward. One more breath here. On your exhale, release the arm, the leg, and lower. Wiggle the hips side to side, let that go. Coming into the other side, inhale to reach the left fingertips. Exhale to reach the right heel. A nice long line from the crown of your head all the way out through the heel. Breathing here, inhale. Stay here or exhale, elbow towards knee. Inhale to extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last time, inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Stay here nice and strong, or bend into the back leg, reaching for the pinky toe side of the foot, pressing the top of the foot into the palm, and broadening the chest. Whichever version you're at, belly button towards spine, containing the core. Inhale to extend. Exhale to lower all the way down. Working into our foundation, bring all 10 toes onto the mat and your heels together. You can stay here forward onto the hands if this feels good on your feet as is. You can come high onto the knees. This might be a lot for you, or you can lower the hips down onto the heels. So throughout this class, I'll give a train of options. Hop off on whichever stop works for you today. Feeling into the toes, wherever you're at, this might be enough for you. If you'd like a bit more, you can always walk the knees forward, feeling probably some intense sensations into the arches. That's okay in this pose. This is the only pose where it's okay to be extremely uncomfortable. Everything else, just try to find a manageable edge. Breathing here, 3 more breaths. Opening out the foundation to all of our poses. Foundation to a lot of our fascia lines, almost all of the fascia lines. Inhale to come forward, tap those toes out, let that go. Warming up into the wrists now. Turn the fingertips to point towards the knees, and you can keep the arms straight here. This might be a nice stretch for you into the forearms as is, or begin to bend into the elbows, bending them towards your legs to a depth that feels good for you. And then you can play here with drawing figure 8s or circles. Beautiful. As you feel ready here, bring your knees just to shoulder width distance apart, big toes together, and press the hips back towards the heels, reaching the arms forward into your child's pose, resting your forehead onto the mat. If it feels better, you can bring the knees wider apart. Listening to your body. Everything I suggest here is just a suggestion. Coming back to your intention that you set for this class, that word, that feeling, that statement, just repeating it in your mind 3 times. Letting it guide you. Listening to your very worthy self. As you feel ready, inhale to draw yourself all the way up. Reaching your right fingertips towards the sky, and exhale to thread that shoulder underneath the hand, bringing the left fingertips out and away from you and helping it twist the chest open towards the side. You got it. Breathing into this gentle twist. On your inhale, coming back through center, press back through child's pose, just as a transition. And inhale to come back up, reaching the left fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale to twist that left arm underneath, bringing the left shoulder to the mat. Right fingertips come out and tent, and then press into those right fingertips to roll the right rib cage open. Breathing here, allowing any tension that arises to melt away with your breath. or maybe it stays, and that's okay too. Inhale in to come back through center. Press your palms into the mat, walking them slightly forward. Curl your toes under and bring the hips back for your first downward facing dog of the day. Just wiggle the hips out in your down dog. Walk the dog. Bending into the knees. And on your inhale, come forward to a nice strong plank pose. Lower to your knees, uncurl the toes, and lower to your chin, chest, and all the way down to your belly. Bringing the elbows out beside you, so your elbows are in line with your shoulders. Bring your right ear to the mat and tent into your left fingertips. Begin to roll onto the right hip and reach those left toes behind you. Your right elbow is directly in line with your shoulders and your right palm is flat on the mat. Breathing into that left side body. Inhale to lower all the way down to center, switching so the left palm is flat on the mat and tent into the right fingertips. Left ear is on the mat, and then roll yourself to stack the hips and reach the right toes for behind you. Maybe they reach the floor, maybe they have the intention to one day. But breathing into that left shoulder, into that right side body, without judgment. Just noticing if this side of the body feels any different than the other did. Inhale to come back through center, coming into some spine strengthening. You can bring your palms down to the mat beside you, in line with your rib cage. Zipping the legs together, using just your lower back strength. Inhale to lift for cobra. Nice and strong here. You can lift your fingertips off for a little extra challenge. Exhale to lower. Doing that version again, or bringing your palms beside you, facing the floor. Inhale to lift. The arms come up beside you, the chest comes off. If you'd like a bit more, you can lift the legs as well, zipping the legs together as much as possible. Inhale to rise a little higher. Exhale to lower, bringing the right ear to the mat, just resting here. When we come into the next version, you can do either of the first two that we did, either the cobra or bringing the arms out beside you, the Superman pose, or you can interlace your hands on your lower back, or bend into the legs, reaching for the pinky toe side of the feet. So whichever version you're doing, bringing your hands either beside you, with the palms down beside the rib cage, palms down out beside you, palms interlaced on your lower back, or pinky toe. Wherever you're at, inhale to lift, nice and strong into your pose. Using your back strength, drawing the crown of the head forward and up. One more breath, come a little higher. Exhale to lower, left ear comes down to the mat, balancing out the neck. Getting that blood flowing. Inhale, bringing the elbows towards the sky, palms beside the rib cage, curl the toes under, and press your way back for your downward facing dog. Pressing the mat away from you, bring the tailbone nice and tall. On your inhale, step to the top of your mat, coming into a halfway lift. Halfway lift, the tailbone reaches towards the back of the room, crown of the head towards the front, fingertips come to your calves. Exhale, forward fold, let everything be heavy. Grounding down into the feet. Inhale to sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, palms float down through heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale to twist to the left and lower the arms so they're parallel to the floor. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale to twist to the right, lowering the arms parallel to the floor. Inhale through center, palms up. Exhale, twist to the left, arms flip down. Inhale up through center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale up through center. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Stepping your feet so they're hip width distance apart. Interlace your fingertips behind you, rolling the shoulders together down your spine. Inhale here. Exhale to hinge at the hips, drawing the chest forward. Let the arms fall away from the lower back. Let the head be heavy. Take a gentle sway side to side if that serves you. On your inhale, come to a halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale to bend into the right knee and draw the right shoulder towards that knee. Inhale, straighten the leg and flatten the back. Exhale, bend into the left knee, draw the left shoulder towards the knee. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten the legs. Exhale, right shoulder towards right knee. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten. Exhale, bend the left knee towards the left shoulder. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release the hands. Plant the hands on the mat and step back for your downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, either coming into a modified flow through your knees or a full flow. Inhale to come forward to plank, whichever version you're doing. Exhale to lower to your knees, chin, chest, or chaturanga halfway. Inhale to come into your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale to step to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, palms come down through heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Interlace the fingertips, leaving just the pointer fingers up. Inhale here, nice and tall. Exhale to come up and over towards the right as if you have a big beach ball beside you. And breathe into that left side body. Inhale up through center. Switch the grip so your opposite thumb is in front. And exhale over towards the left. Inhale up through center. Exhale, release the hands down through heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up, keeping the arms shoulder width distance apart, and then bringing the big toes together, heels slightly apart. Or if it's better for you, bring the feet to hip width distance apart. Inhale here, nice and tall. Exhale to bend the knees, sink the hips, sit into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Breathing here, bring the weight slightly into the heels. Lift the toes if you'd like a little extra challenge. And if you'd like, we'll begin to bring some arm motion into this. Inhale here. Exhale to drift the arms towards the ground and all the way back up. Exhale all the way down and all the way back up, keeping the knees bent. Exhale, nice big circle. One more time. Inhale, reach the arms, straighten the legs. Exhale, forward fold. Planting the hands onto the mat. Step your left leg back, nice and long, setting up for your warrior two pose. So the front toes point towards the front of the mat. The back toes are parallel to the back edge of the mat. And the front heel is either in line with the back heel or in line with the back arch. Planting the right palm on the inside of that right leg. Use the elbow to draw the knee towards the pinky toe side of the foot. If you do have a block or something and you need like a little bit more height, you can use that. Or if this is too much reaching for the ground, bring your elbow on top of the thigh. So whichever version you're working with is great. Bend into that front knee, making sure that it's just over top of that ankle. Your arm can stay onto your hip. It can reach up towards the sky. Listening to what your body needs today. Beginning to find some movement. So drawing the top arm towards the back, towards the earth and forward, drawing a nice big circle, finding our full range of motion into these shoulders. One more time. And this time, as your arm reaches back, lift yourself into your warrior two. Fingertips reach to either side of the room. Front knee stays bent. Your pinky fingers can turn slightly towards the sky. Take a nice deep bend into that front knee, but make sure you can still see the front toes. Breathe in here. Inhale to straighten into that front leg. Exhale, reach the fingertips as far forward as they go. And inhale to windmill the arms open into your triangle pose. So your fingertips come to just the outside of that front leg. Left fingertips reach up towards the sky, and if it feels okay for your neck, you can also turn your gaze up towards the sky. If this doesn't feel okay for your neck, then look towards the toes. Pressing the hips forward and resting the shoulders back. One more breath here in your triangle pose. And on your exhale, bring both hands down to the mat, to the inside of that right leg. Walk the right leg out wider and lower the back knee. From here, palms can go into the mat and draw the chest forward, untucking the back toes. If this feels good, bring the right palm to the inside of the right thigh, gently pressing that knee out away from you, maybe even rolling onto the pinky toe side of that foot. Or stay nice and tall, sinking into the hips, hopping off the train, whichever station feels good for you. If you'd like even more, you can bend into the back leg, drawing the heel towards the hip. If you'd like more, you can reach that top arm for the pinky toe side of the foot. Wherever you are, melting the hips towards the ground. Rolling the chest open. Nice proud chest opening into that heart. Releasing whichever version you're at and stepping yourself back for your downward facing dog. On your inhale, lift your left heel towards the sky. And on your exhale, step it forward between the hands to the top of the mat. Turn the back heel so that the back foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat, setting up your feet here. And bring that left palm to the inside of the foot or to the top of the thigh. And wherever you are, rolling the chest open and reaching the fingertips towards the sky. Or hands can stay on the hip. Proud chest, sinking into that lunge, but engaging the core. Finding movement if that feels good for you. If you're moving with us, draw the arm towards the back of the room, down towards the earth, to the front of the room, and around. Moving with your breath, inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back, last time. Inhale, reaching forward, and as you reach back this time, lift yourself up into your warrior two. In your warrior two, bending deeply into that front leg, drawing the knee slightly towards the pinky toe side of the foot. Belly button towards spine, engaging the core. Shoulders are stacked over hips. Crown of the head are stacked over shoulders. One more breath here, nice and strong, magnetizing the heels towards each other, engaging the pelvic floor. Inhale to straighten into the front leg. Exhale, roll the shoulders together down your back. Inhale to reach the fingertips as far forward as they go. And keeping your body exactly as it is, exhale to just move the arms to windmill, bringing the front hand to the outside of that front leg, and right arm reaches up. Pressing the hips forward and almost resting the shoulders back. Pressing into the pinky toe side of that back foot, Nice and strong through the legs. Belly button towards spine, containing the core. One more breath. Exhale to bring right palm down. Walk the left leg out so that it's pointed off or off of the left side of the mat. Lower the back knee, and either both palms can stay on the mat, drawing the chest forward, melting the hips. If you'd like a bit more, you can bring the left palm to the inside of the front leg, gently pressing it away from you. Again, if you'd like more, you can bend into the back knee, reaching the heel towards the hips. If that feels good, reaching that left arm up and back for the pinky toe side of the foot. Pressing the top of the foot into the palm. Holding space for yourself. Giving yourself time, attention, compassion, and understanding. Wherever you're at, bringing both palms to the mat and stepping yourself back for a downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here in your down dog, or finding a flow if a flow is in your practice today. If you're flowing it out, you're coming inhale to your plank, exhale to chaturanga or to cobra, inhale upward facing dog or cobra, exhale press back, downward facing dog. On your inhale, lift your right heel towards the sky. Exhale to step it forward to the top of your mat. Stay nice and high onto the back toes, or you can lower the knee if you're feeling that today. Wherever you are, inhale to lift the body, reaching the fingertips towards the sky. Keeping a nice bend into the front leg. Maybe linking the thumbs as you reach up and take a slight back bend. Drawing the left hip forward, right hip back. One more breath. As you exhale, hands come down through heart center. Shorten the stance and lower the back heel so the back left toes are pointed towards the top left corner of the mat. Either here, you can stay tall. You can bring the chest forward over the leg, or you can interlace the hands at your lower back. And if you are, inhale to draw the chest forward and over the leg. If you're interlacing the hands, let them fall away from the lower back. Let the head be heavy. Draw the left hip forward, right hip back. Inhaling here to draw yourself up nice and tall. Let your hands go if you interlace them, and bring the palms up beside you facing forward. You can shorten the stance slightly if you need, and bring the weight into that right foot. Bring yourself high onto the left toes. Arms are floating out away from you as extra balance. And begin to lift into that back leg, lifting the heel towards the sky to keep the hips squared towards the earth. Arms are strong out beside you. See if you can lift that back leg a little higher. As you exhale, bring the palms down to the mat and cross the left ankle behind the right ankle, reaching the fingertips towards the left top corner of the mat. Maybe they're just floating, maybe they're on a block, maybe they reach the floor. But just sending some love and breath into that left IT band, the outer side of your thigh, between your knee and your hip. Beautiful. Uncrossing the legs. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale to cascade forwards, coming into a forward fold. Planting the hands into the mat. Step your right leg back nice and long. Staying high onto the back toes. Maybe you'd like to lower the knee. Maybe you'd like to keep it lifted. Wherever you're at, belly button towards spine, inhale to rise. If you'd like to, you can link the thumb, taking the opposite link if you did on the first side. Drawing the chest up and taking a slight micro back bend. Breathing here, nice and strong through the back legs. Stay really high onto those toes. On your exhale, hands come down through heart center and hands come to your hips. If your knee is down, you might want to come high onto the toes here. Shorten the stance, lower the back heel, right toes point towards top right corner of the mat. Interlace your hands behind if you'd like. If you are, try to take the opposite grip from your dominant grip. Rolling the shoulders down the spine, inhale. Exhale to hinge with the hips, drawing the chest forward over that front leg. Let the arms fall from the back, or maybe you're not interlacing, maybe your hands are on either side of the foot or on blocks. Letting the head be heavy here. Breathe into any tension that arises here in your hamstring, in your legs, or anywhere else in your body. Letting it feel good for one more breath. Right hip is drawing forward, left hip back. Inhale to come all the way up and releasing the hands if they're interlaced. Shorten the stance. Bringing the weight into that left foot, come high onto the right toes. And begin to slowly lift the right heel towards the sky. Floating the arms out beside you, palms facing the floor. Find a point of focus. Find something in the room that's not moving. Your drishti, your focus. Strong through that back leg. It's not just floating there, it's lifting itself. It's so strong. One more breath. Inhale to lift a little higher. And exhale to release the hands down to the mat. And cross the right ankle behind the left. Reaching the fingertips towards the top right corner of the mat. Noticing if there's a difference between the two sides. Using this as awareness of our body, information, to help us notice if maybe we have patterns or behaviors, the way we stand, the way we carry our bags. Noticing the differences in the sides of our bodies so we can maybe change some of these patterns. Uncrossing the legs here. Inhale to come into your halfway lift. And exhale to forward fold. Let everything be heavy. Walking your feet out to mat width distance apart so that the toes are pointing towards the top corners of the mat. You can begin to sink the hips down towards the earth. You can always stay higher or come as deep as feels good. And then if you're able to, bringing the palms to heart center, use the elbows to press the knees away from each other slightly. Maybe finding a little bit of movement into either leg. From here, just coming into your seated position. Bringing the legs out in front of you. Bringing any cushion out from under you and sitting nice and tall. This might already feel quite good for you. If you'd like a bit more, you can begin to draw your chest towards your toes, reaching your hands for the calves, the ankles, the pinky toe side of the feet. Just drawing your chest towards the feet, over the legs. Let the head be heavy once you've found your depth. Just one more breath. See if you can come a little deeper. And slowly inhale to rise. Pulling the shoulders back at the top. And you can either just come to lie on your back, or if you'd like a little bit more core work today, you can come to your back through boat pose. If you're coming through boat pose, you can bring your arms out beside you and just lower one vertebrae at a time. You can also lift your legs, keeping them bent, or you can straighten into the legs. Whichever version you're doing today, just will meet on the mat on your back. Once on your back, just give yourself a hug, reaching your arms around the legs, massaging into the lower back. And releasing your grip, just bring the bottoms of your feet to the mat. Your palms beside you. Pressing into the feet. On your inhale, lift your pelvis towards the sky, as if there's a string at your belly button lifting you up towards the sky. Press into the feet. If it feels good, you can walk the shoulders underneath you and interlace the hands, using the heels of the hands to press you higher. Imagining here that there's a little door in front of your heart when you're doing these heart opening back bends. And when it's open like that, your heart is higher than your head. You're open to all the universe has to offer you. You're open to hear and see messages. You're allowing the layers of stories and untruths fall away to reveal the beauty of you, the true core and center of you. Releasing the hands if they're interlaced, lower one vertebrae at a time. Let the feet come to either side of the mat and just let the knees alternate coming towards the center. Windshield wiper knees. Coming into little bridge pose as we just did one more time. Or if wheel is in your practice, you're very well warmed up for wheel, or upward bow as I like to call it. So if you're coming into upward bow, bring the palms beside you, fingertips pointing towards the feet. Elbows stay nice and close towards your ears. If you're coming into bridge, then just do the same as we just did. So everyone together, inhale to press into the feet, lifting the pelvis nice and high. If you're coming into bridge, maybe the hands interlace. If you're coming into wheel, press into the palms to come to the top of the head. Elbows stay magnetized towards each other. And then pressing into the palms, lift the pelvis towards the sky. 2 more breaths, seeing if you can come to your biggest, best, fullest expression of whichever pose you're doing today. And as you exhale, lower one vertebrae at a time. Hugging the knees in towards your chest and rocking side to side. Grabbing hold of the right leg, extend the left leg out long. Just noticing how this feels. If it's any different than it was an hour ago. Shimmying the hips, release the legs. Shimmy the hips slightly over towards the right and let the knee fall over towards the left, coming into your spinal twist again. Let the right arm fall out beside you. Left hand can come out beside you or on top of the left leg. Try to keep both shoulders onto the mat. And breathe here. Again, without judgment, just noticing if this feels any different. Holding space for yourself. holding space, meaning listening to your body, listening to your heart, listening to your mind, without judgment, without needing to respond or do anything, just allowing from a place of love and compassion. Inhaling to come back up through center. Extend the right leg out long and have the left knee in towards your chest. Working with the natural flow of our bodies and our digestion, we start with the right side and we work our way over to the left, massaging into the colon, into all of the organs on each side. Sometimes the most subtle poses give us the greatest benefit. Shimmying the hips slightly to the left. Guide the right knee to cross over, coming into your spinal twist. Let the arms come up beside you. Maybe the right hand stays on top of the left leg. Maybe your gaze comes the opposite direction of your knees. With love and encouragement, just noticing any little sensations that your body is showing you. Knowing that these are the body's whispers, and we can listen to them and we can take action before our body has to scream, before things start to go wrong, or we have real pain. Holding space for this, for yourself, for your body. Coming back through center, taking any other pose that feels good. Maybe you have a baby, reaching for the pinky toe sides of the feet or the calves. Maybe just taking a hug into the chest of the legs. Wherever you're at, just find any movement that feels good if you like, or coming into your final resting savasana. When you reach your final resting savasana, just let your arms and legs fall out away from you. Maybe finding a blanket or any comforts of home that help you relax. Letting everything be heavy here on the mat. Bring your right palm to your belly and your left hand to your heart. Feel the belly rise with your breath and fall with your exhale. Feel your heart beat into your left palm. Maybe also into your right palm. Feeling the rhythm, that gentle, steady rhythm of you. Always there for you. Letting your breath return to its natural flow. Just take these next couple moments to hold space, meaning give attention, give mindfulness and awareness to you. Being mindful of your body. noticing your breath, feeling what's in your heart. Meeting it all with kindness and compassion as you would to one of your friends. Be your own friend. Taking these last couple moments of having nowhere else to go, nothing else to do, but be here. I'm just going to read something from a book that a friend gave me, and my daughter randomly pulled off the shelf today. And as we know, most things are not random. May you embrace the imperfections, the wild chaos, the holy mess of this beautiful life. May you have courageous, bold faith in your dreams as they call you toward a life of immeasurable joy and possibility. May you trust that everything, even the struggles, help us to emerge softer, wiser, more beautiful. May you discover small, everyday signs of love that have been given to you to light the way. May you trust your heart, your intuition, your small but wise voice that knows the way toward truth and beauty. May you embrace your vulnerabilities and trust that they will deepen and strengthen your connection to those you love. And finally, may you trust and know how deeply you are loved, held, and seen through all the seasons of your life. Your heart is never alone. Thank you all for being here together today, even if we can't do so in person, in studio. I'm so grateful to connect with each and every one of you. The light in me sees, honors, and bows to the light in you. Namaste.